I think the club record was 22 shots, and we got 21 last game, so that's pretty good purpose. We had 14 shots inside the box. Anytime you're getting shots inside the box, that's a lot of purpose. So I think we've had a ton of purpose with our possession because it's leading to chances and shots on goal. Now we haven't been finishing as well as we need to, but in terms of control and then penetration and chance creation, we've been performing very well. The other thing is we've had, I think it's 17 shots blocked. So is that team sitting back more? Is that us not pulling the trigger quicker? It's probably a little bit of both. We need to look for half chances more and be a little bit more decisive in pulling the trigger. But I also think it's a product of teams sitting back more in both games. Teams coming on the road, they're happy with a point. And they both got up a goal in the first half, which means now they can sit back more and absorb, and that means now there's more numbers to break down. So, again, going back to your question, purpose is getting chances on goal. At the end of the day, the guy's got to score, but when you're getting chances, we will score. For me, every single game is a difficult game, and you can't take anybody lightly. We never take anybody lightly. That's why we got points in 29 out of 34 games, but some games you just don't get 3 points. You get a draw, or sometimes you take a loss. But I think it's a real positive that we've been able to come back in both those games and perhaps salvage a point when it could have been a loss. And yet sometimes that's noted as a negative. If we're 0-2, that's a lot bigger negative. So we want to have 6 points by now, but in the end we were able to get 2 draws, and we got to correct the trend of giving up early goals, because ultimately that led to us having to chase the game and salvage a point. If we don't give up the first goal, then we're getting the first goal in the second half or first half, and we're getting 3 points. So for me, that's the only trend we got to correct. The goals I'm not concerned with, because those will come if we keep getting chances. We got good players. We got guys that can score goals. I think we've been a bit unlucky in that regard, but that will come. But what we can't do is dig ourselves a hole in that first half like we have been. And that was something last year that we dealt with at times, and once we got that corrected, we went on our run. So, at this point, I think we're not where we want to be, but at the same time, we're still only 2 points off the top of the league. So, our guys have their head screwed on right, and they have the right perspective of where we're at.